Welcome to Volume Tape Reading Strategy. In this class, we will discuss what is tape reading. Okay, so we have discussed two things so far, the big candle and the weak candle. The big candle is so much important, you have to give respect to the big candle. Okay, so after marking support resistant area and finding the precautious thing, the be alerting things, the big candle, or what we do is we find smart money large institute trade in a particular area. As I told you in the beginning, there's the blue volume didn't made randomly, it made because it has higher transaction than the previous one. So if the higher transaction is taking place step by step to one direction, so that means that direction is taking higher transaction. So that means that area is important for us. For example, let's take an example from the ordinary life that how it works. For example, if there is a packet of biscuit on $10 and someone said I need 100 packet of biscuit on this $10 and then the price a little bit goes up and then another investor came and he said I need 50 packet of biscuit for example on this $11. And then another investor came and he said, I need 100 or 200 packet of biscuit on $12. So that means if we see the sequence that the 10, 11, 12, 13, that means the investor coming step by step and they're putting their money to the upside step by step with higher openings. For example, 10, 11, 12, 13 are the opening price of that item and the investor coming step by step and they're putting their money without caring that this item is expensive or not, but they're putting their money step by step to the up direction with higher openings 10, 11, 12, 13. So that means that side is winning because the investor are putting their money step by step to the up direction. So that means the up direction is winning. Similarly to the opposite side, for example, this is a forex market, you can buy and sell both at a time as well. So similarly to the opposite side, if investor coming step by step and they're putting their money step by step to the sell direction, sell side. So what does that mean? That means their side is winning because if we see in our ordinary life, in the daily routine, in the markets, in the factories, if people are putting their money to a direction and more people joining and more investor coming and joining that side and putting their money on that side step by step, so what does that mean? That means that side is winning, and uh, this is a currency market, so wherever the currency is more than the other side, so what does that mean? That means that side is winning. Similarly, if we look here, for example, let's say H1 time frame. Let's say for example, let's take this side, this area. For example, the open price of this one is 1.3959 and higher transaction took place from the previous one. So that means the higher investment made here on this open price. Then another investor came on the similar up candle, not on the opposite. We will check the similar candles, the similar things on a side. For example, if we are checking the sell side, so we will check the sell candle because we are figuring out the the sell side investors. So then we will check the sell side investor step by step. So if we are figuring out the upside investors, whether they are investing their money into upside step by step or not, so then we will check the upside candle as well. We will check the both side powers, but for your understanding from here, I'm checking this area for you. We will discuss each and everything in this lecture, but this is the beginning. So let's say, for example, on the upside, the open is here, 1.3959, and the investment is higher than the previous one. So that means this investment is important because the higher investment is important for us. Then another investment made here on this open. So the open is here 1.3985 on this investment, 1.3959 on this is 85. So that means it is almost 25 pip above in this one. So that means the investor invested their money here, and then another investor joined this side and he invested their money here. So that means in this area the investor is suggesting the upside because two group of investor came and they. So that means two type of investor came here and they both are suggesting the upside and they're putting their money to the upside with up openings. So let's check the other areas as well. This open here and the last transaction was here. Anyway, we will discuss these each and everything in this strategy. Then another investor came here and the open price of this one is 1.3993, and this and the last transaction was on the upside was here 1.3973 and 1.3993, 20 pips above the transaction. The higher transaction from the previous one took place on the higher opening from the previous up candle here. So once the investor came here, invested their money here, then on the upside again up liking investor came here and they invested their money on this open price higher than this previous transaction. So that means again the two investor coming and they both are putting their money higher than the previous candle, higher than the previous transactions, the nearby previous transaction. So that means the two investor again coming and they're putting their money on the upside in this area again. We will check the opposite side as well. For example, the opposite side investor, let's say for example from here, investor came here, the open price is this one, for example 39.91 for the sell side. Another sell side investor came here, the open is higher than this one, so we will discuss these things later. Then another investor came here, the open price is higher than this one, not lower than this one, not lower than this one. So that means the investor here investing their money on the sell side, but they are not supporting each other to one direction. Some investor on the sell side suggesting this open price that someone said, oh, I need 50 packet of biscuit on this $10. For the sell side, he want to sell the market. So if there is another investor came here and he said I need 100 packet of biscuit on $8, then another investor came and he said I need 100 packet of biscuit at $7. So that means the sell side is again gaining power, investor coming and investing their money to the one direction, to the sell direction. But in this case, if we check there, the sell side investor invests his money here, but again and suggest this sell price, but no one agree on this sell side with this sell investor, and another investor for the sell side came here and his price is also different than this one. Then another investor came on the sell side here, but this his suggested price is also different than this one. So what does that mean? That means the sell investor is not agree with each other and they're putting their money, someone suggesting one open price, another one suggesting another open price, another one suggesting another open price on, and all of these want the sell side. So that means there is something fishy. For example, let's say there is a packet of biscuit on $10 and someone said I need 100 packet of biscuit on $10. Then another one said I need 150 packet of biscuit on $11. Then another investor invest their money and he said I need 50 packet of biscuit on $10 again. And then another one investor came and he said I need 100 packet of biscuit on $9. So what does that mean? That means there is a fight begun between these two investors. No one in agree with each other. So in such a situation, what we do, we wait.